Hello friends, welcome to my channel. In this lecture, we will be studying about Article 2 of Constitution of India, which is admission or establishment of new state. What Article 2 says is Parliament may by law, what Parliament can do? Parliament may by law admit into the Union or establish a new state on such terms and conditions as it thinks fit. So, what Article 2 says is a new parliament can pass a law. Through this law, it can admit or establish new states uh, into the union on such terms and condition as it thinks fit. So, to understand Article 2, you can take the case of Sikkim. Sikkim was not a part of India prior to independence. When India got independence in 1947, uh, at that time Sikkim was under a hereditary monarch. The institution called Chogyal. It was a ruler of Sikkim. So when the people of Sikkim or the Sikkim thought that we have a strong neighbor called India, that we need protection from other countries. This is where Sikkim and India entered into an agreement, and because of this agreement, mm, Sikkim became a protectorate of India. In protectorate means is an entity which means a protector of, uh, for example, a stronger state which protects weaker states. That means a protectorate. Okay. So in this case, India was a stronger state, and Sikkim was a sorry. India was a stronger state, and giving protection to the giving diplomatic protection, military protection to the Sikkim, and this is how the relation worked, and this relation continued. Then came spring of 1973. There were protests in Sikkim, and the people in Sikkim they wanted to merge with India, to become the part of the India. They did not want it to be governed with this hereditary monarch called Chogyal. So they wanted to become the Indian civilians. So the our Indian intelligence agency RAW, Research and Analysis Wing, it played a pivotal role in molding the public opinions of Sikkim people. The Sikkim, which is strategically located, also become the part of India. Then there were protests in Sikkim, the spring of 1973, when large scale protest broke out, and the people of Sikkim wanted to become the part of the India. Ultimately, there were the compromise between Chogyal, the people of Sikkim, and the government of India. Ultimately, government of India brokered a peace. They asked institution of monarchy to organize the elections. elections were organized. A pro-India political party in Sikkim, Sikkimese Congress, won the elections and ultimately captured the powers in Sikkim. But when this government of Sikkim formed in Sikkim, which is sympathetic to India, a political party which favors merging with India, this government what did in Sikkim is they passed a law. Because of this law, the powers of Chogyal was restricted. He was converted into nominal constitutional head. So prior to the spring of 1973, all the powers were vested with the hands of in the hands of monarch, the Chogyal. But after this elections and this law, Government of Sikkim Act 1974, all the powers were restricted and rested into the Parliament of Sikkim, and he was made a nominal constitutional head, a titular head with no powers because of real powers were vested with the Parliament of Sikkim, the Assembly of Sikkim, Legislative Assembly of Sikkim. Chogyal of Sikkim was just like Queen of British Queen, a ceremonial head or ceremonial guest. Ultimately, what happened? Chogyal sensed a conspiracy on behalf of India, and Chogyal went to many countries and asked the support from these countries. He alleged that India is interfering in his internal affairs of his kingdom. Ultimately, he sought international help. This is where the Parliament of India enacted another law. Constitution was amended 35th constitutional amendment in 1974. Sikkim was admitted into Union of India as a associate state. So India, Sikkim became the part of India. So till now, what happened? Sikkim was ruling by Chogyal. There were protests to become the part of India. Then there were elections were held. Party won the election, which was favoring to India. Then they passes a law to restrict the powers of Chogyal. Then he sends Chogyal sends the conspiracy. Then he go to international. He goes to other. Um, he goes to other countries for support, alleging that India is interfering in his uh, internal affairs in his kingdom. So at that time, what India did is they amended the constitution and made Sikkim as a part of India as an associate state. Then, after making Sikkim as associate state, there was a controversy. Let's go to Article 1, which says Article 1, Clause 1 says India, India either can have states or India can have union territories or acquired territories. There is no mention of associate state. This is where opposition, the then opposition, criticized Mrs. Indira Gandhi. Mrs. Indira Gandhi was the then prime minister who heavily criticized because of it was alleged that she was violated the constitution when constitution only talks about states or union territories or acquired territories. There is no mention of any term called associate state. How can Parliament of India admit Sikkim as a associate states, not as a regular state? But that was a diplomacy of Mrs. Indira Gandhi. She could not have admitted Sikkim as a full-fledged state because there was legitimate ruler. Chogyal was not in agreement. He could not be now union territory. If it was the agreement of acquired territory, you cannot acquire a territory. There has to be agreements between two parties. Then ultimately, the signal it would have sent to the world that India has acquired Sikkim, that would have not been diplomatically proven. So what she did, um, she invented a novelty and innovation. Article 2, the Constitution of India. What Parliament can do? Parliament may by law admit into the Union or establish new state on such terms and conditions as it thinks fit. So Sikkim was admitted into the Union on such terms and conditions as it thinks fit. This is how Sikkim was admitted into the Union of States. But then what happened? When Sikkim was admitted into the Union of India as an associate state, Chogyal was somebody who could not remain silent, and ultimately he was still seeking international help. But what happened? There was a referendum in Sikkim. People in Sikkim they were asked, "Who are you going to vote? Do you want to merge completely with Union of India, or you want to be independent part of the hereditary monarchical structure?" Then more than 99% of votes in favor of India. Just a year, just 1 year again, the constitution was amended. 36th constitution amendment, Article 2A was deleted, and Sikkim became the permanent state of India. What was this Article 2A is which gave the Sikkim as an associate state, but when it was deleted. Sikkim became the permanent state of the Union of India. This is what all about Article 2 of Indian Constitution. So please guys, if you have any questions regarding this, you can comment down in comment section. So I will try to answer you. Also please, if you are new to my channel, please like, share and subscribe for more videos on Indian Constitution. Thank you for watching.